I call the member for Baulkham Hills.
Thank you, Mr. Acting Speaker. Mr. Acting Speaker, following the siege of Jerusalem in 1099, the first Crusaders found a hospice in the Holy Land where the monks of St Mary's Abbey cared for weary pilgrims in addition to the sick and injured. The hospice, established by Christian merchants from Amalfi, appointed St John the Baptist as its patron saint and adopted the 8-pointed white cross of Amalfi as its emblem. The Hospital of St John of Jerusalem was subsequently born, instituting humanitarian ideals in the new industrial world by advocating for the cause of first aid for the sick and wounded through volunteer efforts in the service of humanity. Today, the Maltese Cross, as it has come to be known, is recognised throughout the world on ambulances. Through its white decorative symbolising purity, the four arms of the Maltese Cross denote the four cardinal virtues of prudence, temperance, justice and fortitude, and its 8 points epitomise the proverb-like proclamation of the 8 Beatitudes recounted by Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount, which includes the blessedness of the merciful, the pure, the peacemakers, the persecuted, the humble, the comforters, the meek and the righteous, just like me. For centuries, the Hospital of St John of Jerusalem has headquarters quartered on the island of Rhodes in Greece and afterwards in Malta, where it continued its role operating in major hospitals and providing shelter and sustenance for the sick and less fortunate. Today, the religious order is located in Rome and has journeyed far and wide for the faith to flourish in the present day across the world. Around 1140, the Order of Knights of St John in Britain built their headquarters in Clerkenwell, London. The order continued to prosper in England until Henry VIII confiscated all the lands and property that had been previously donated to St John over the years and eventually dissolved the order during his reign. Irrespective of the hardships which resultantly ensured, the devoted Knights of the Order vowed to continue their work in assisting the greater community. As a result, during the Victorian era, a collection of dedicated volunteers revived the active presence of the Order throughout the United Kingdom, drawing inspiration from the original Order in Jerusalem. Such afterward volunteers provided ambulances and first aid services, particularly during regal processions and significant public events. As a result, the Royal Charter was granted by the Order to the Order by Queen Victoria, thereby bestowing the status of the Royal Order of Chivalry of St John. Presently, St John Ambulance is active in 44 countries around the world and comprises of approximately 400,000 volunteers and staff. Renowned in Australia as a principal provider of first aid services, training and equipment for more than 130 years of experience, I have the privilege of being involved in the charitable organisation since 2000. I have been joined by fellow peers to advocate for the accreditation of compulsory first aid for new drivers in our great nation. Mr Acting Speaker, each year at Government House, His Excellency the Governor, as Deputy Prior of the Knight of the Order of St John, along with his wife, Mrs Hurley, are invited to preside over the annual investitures of the Order. Members who may be unfamiliar, the most venerable Order of St John is the Order of Chivalry, and Queen Elizabeth is the sovereign head. This Saturday I've been invited by the St John Ambulance to attend and Sean McGuinness, as well as Sue Campbell-Lloyd, the Executive of the Order of St John Ambulance in New South Wales, to recognise unparalleled level of dedication with awards being offered to the following. Adjunct Professor Jason Bendel, promoted to Officer for his significant services as Chief Professional Officer. Trevor Murphy, promoted to Officer for his significant service to the Broken Hill Division. Kylie Brooke, admitted as a member for her service as Superintendent of the Goulburn Division. Helen Chan, admitted as a member for her service as Regional Superintendent of the Murray area. Michael Cheng, admitted as a member of the Order as Technical Officer of the State Communications Group. Paul Horton, who's been admitted as a member for his service as a Divisional Superintendent in Kiama. Jenny Page, admitted as a member of the service in the division as Duties Officer and Superintendent of the Hills Division. Elliot Williams, admitted as a member for the service to the Lower North Shore Cadet Division, as well as State Operations Group and as State Nursing Officer. And I will join a range of other members and supporters of the Order of St John, or as it's colloquially known in New South Wales, St John Ambulance, to assist to celebrate these awards, and of course also celebrate the fact that St John Ambulance has provided over 130 years of support to the ill, injured and infirmed right across the state of New South Wales.
Mr Speaker,
I thank the member for Balcombe Hills and commend the work of the Order of St John.